Studios here.
Pleasure to meet. I'm running against
We're in
Murphy.
the town of Lebanon, Connecticut.
Yeah, I am. Oh, you dropped something.
And we are here on behalf of U.S. senatorial candidate John J. Flynn, assuring that the man ends up on the ballot. It is a long shot. We're not going to lie to you here. But at the very least, what we can do is send a message to the Office of Secretary of State, which will be very clear and very significant, in my opinion, that says the local people, the people of Connecticut, are sick and tired of the stacked deck that the state of Connecticut likes to run election cycles with. And we're organizing here in the state of Connecticut right now in the town of Lebanon, Connecticut, grassroots effort, grassroots campaign.
Let's not forget about what we see, what goes on with our campaigns in Connecticut.
We'll kick it over. Hold on, we're going to spin the camera around, kick it over to Constitution State. Hold on, let's see if we can turn this frame, because everyone's going to yell at us if our orientation is locked. Yeah, it won't. Okay.
Well, we got to remember what just happened in Bridgeport, and with all our campaigns around the state, of them being fraudulent and fake, and what goes on in Connecticut. They are not just stacking the deck; they are falsifying records and voters and putting in false ballots.
Yeah, there have been voters in the state of Connecticut who have died. They've been lifelong conservatives, registered independent, or registered Republicans, who after they die just seemingly have a really bad habit of voting Democrat.
And they're counted.
Yeah, they are counted. Meanwhile, the ballots, the ballot signatures, the petition signatures to get people like John J. Flynn or even U.S. senatorial candidate Robert Hyde on the ballot are not counted. What do you have to say about that?
I don't expect much better from Connecticut, as we've learned over the past 2 years that this state will do anything to remain Democrat and to suppress anybody.
Is there anyone in the state of Connecticut, in or even outside your district, that is in or campaigning for public office that you would consider to be a viable person that we can rely on to represent us? Is there a single person you can think of in either Democrat or Republican Party, a name that you know, anyone that you think is on the right path?
Is Flynn in our district?
Flynn is not in our district.
Is Hyde?
Hyde is not in our district, I don't think.
Those are the only two that I really know of at the moment.
They are U.S. senatorial candidates. I don't know that because they're U.S. senatorial candidates, district doesn't matter.
Okay.
They're not state senators, they're U.S. senators. So John Flynn is running for a U.S. senatorial position against Chris Murphy and Lang Denang Dick Blumenthal, and so is Robert Hyde.
And Hyde's here too, kicking around.
Yeah, Hyde is kicking around here.
I don't
think he wants us standing in front of this booth. Hey, let's move along.
God bless.
Let's move along, find another shady spot. I don't think this guy wants us in front of the booth.
There goes his shout out.
Hey, sir, we'll see you at the Brooklyn Fair next month.
Yeah, I'll be there Sunday.
All right.
Brooklyn's actually pretty cool.
And if anybody's coming here, come out and check us out.
Johnny, we are live before the people. Would you explain to everybody what you're doing here and why it's important?
What we're doing is trying to get out and get the people's questions about how poor the Connecticut congressional staff, Himes, Murphy, Blumenthal, Hayes, Courtney, and Larson, are destroying America, putting America last. So what we did, if I could show you this form, two lovely people from Coventry.
I'll carry your bag.
Cool. Just signed for America First, a brand new party in Connecticut. What are we going to do?
So America First is a party in Connecticut. Okay.
Yeah.
And what are...
I'm the only member. So nobody can stop us for what we're doing.
Yeah.
So here we go. Think about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the board of members, John J. Flynn.
If you want to put Connecticut defense contractors first, okay? Raytheon, Electric Boat, General Dynamics.
Electric Boat
Sikorsky.
employs a lot of people in Connecticut.
I've been
There are
going to
pipe
Electric
fitters,
Boat.
welders, people who work for a living
God bless Electric
that
Boat.
need
You know why?
representation.
Because Raytheon won't let me on the property. Why? They have a technology called Ravenclaw, and the advertisement of Ravenclaw says, buy this to attack your neighbor. Shock the hell out of him.
All right. Well, in more simple terms.
Yeah.
What is the America First Party, and why should people care?
The problem with Connecticut is that they put special interests through bribery ahead of the will of the people. So if you look at it carefully, a boat manufacturer in Groton can't deliver a submarine on time because Eversource is pirating the electricity. They can't operate their water jet.
When you say pirating, what do you mean?
People can't deliver their products on time because there's so many supply chain problems with the parts. Here we go. How do we keep our boys alive and safe in another country? Well, 11 ships, 11 aircraft carriers are being repaired right now. By the way, the USS Ford has 11 elevators not working. How do you bring the
Well, these are
24.
complicated, more
Yeah.
in-depth issues for a later time. What we're doing here at the Lebanon Fair today is collecting signatures
Correct.
for
And
a
we're
petition
having
to be
beers.
on the ballot, right? Yeah, we're
Right.
drinking some
But we're
beers.
worried about-
We're being honest with the people. Johnny's got a lot to say.
We're
He'll
trying
out-talk me
to
if I
bring
let
back the Constitution to the Constitution state where it doesn't exist.
Right.
We're trying to get due process rights back. We're trying to follow the rule of law, which doesn't exist.
What is
in the
your
court.
stance? What is your position on Donald Trump's statement about police having absolute immunity?
Impossible.
Impossible.
Because I know too many cops in Norwalk that are criminals. Hi. There's too many
cops in Norwalk.
Hi. There's too many
Hey, you know
cops.
what? Kenny Powers himself would be jealous of that hair, sir.
Who's that?
This is young Kenny Powers. We're going to call him
cheers.
Kenny Powers. La Flama Blanca.
What are you guys about?
Well, I'm trying to get on the ballot
All right.
to run against Murphy, Republican.
Nice.
But I started my own party so I can put candidates that can't get ballot access on the ballot. Because we got to hear from everybody.
Connecticut likes to play with a stacked deck.
They do.
The Secretary of State is seriously screwing with me,
All right.
and I'm in a lawsuit with them. Of course.
Over what? What they do?
Oh, yeah. Well, I ran against Blumenthal.
Yeah.
I got 57,000 signatures to get on the ballot, and they didn't put me on the ballot. So what happened? People
I
voted
voted
for
you,
me,
man. I remember you.
and they erased the votes.
Yeah, that's a true story.
Yeah.
In fact, they dumped all of the signed petitions that we had out on a table and disshuffled them after we had organized them alphabetical by town and everything so that it could be swift and easy.
Keep in
They
mind-
just mixed it all up and told him to shut up and sit down when he dared question why they were doing that to his hard work.
Denise Merrill abruptly resigned because of election fraud. She was replaced
Yeah,
by
that's
the
true.
Attorney General staffer, Mark Kohler.
Did you hear that, Dan Newmeyer? Denise Merrill. There's
Denise-
a connection
oh, I
there.
just met him last week
I
for the
just
first
blew
time
up his
at
spot.
Electric
If he's
Boat.
watching,
He works
yeah,
for
Danny
Electric-
boy.
He works for Electric Boat. He's actually,
Dan Newmeyer works for EB?
yes, and he
Since
wouldn't sign-
when?
He denied me a signature.
He denied you his
Yeah,
signature.
but that's okay, because you know what?
We're going to do an expose on Dan Newmeyer here on Tyrant Slayer Studios. Thank you for joining us. If you are watching, we are live in the town of Lebanon, Connecticut. We are actively pursuing engagement with our fellow citizens.
I'd like
like
to
this
thank
young
the-
man, Kenny Powers, right here in the house. The young Kenny Powers, stunt double in the making.
I would like to thank the town of Lebanon and the Lions Club for their gracious invitation to work the crowd here, because they allow Blumenthal, so they should allow the Republicans.
Well, yeah, it's my understanding the Democrat Party has a booth here.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, the Republican Party has a booth
I'm
here.
voting for you.
Excellent.
There is a lot of politically charged activism here this year at the fair. Folks, if you want to come down and catch a helicopter ride, you can do that here in the state of Connecticut. Get your helicopter ride here at the Lebanon Fair. This fair will be in operation all day tomorrow as well. They got some incredible food. If you're into blacksmithing, we got some incredible blacksmiths down here. Horses, bulls, we got tractor pulls, we got cars, we got prizes, we got rides for the kids. Come on down to the Lebanon Fair in Lebanon, Connecticut. So, young man, how old are you? I've got some questions for you.
I'm 25.
25 years old. Jesus, you look like you're maybe 20 years old. That's going to be great when you're 40.
The country's on a cliff.
Oh, well,
It's bad.
all right. Give me your general synopsis of you were alive during 9/11. Roughly.
I was pretty young.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah.
infant almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I was in seventh.
if anything at all, were you raised on the history of that? Was there any significance in school taught about that? Like, where are you at politically and socially in the
I'm a
world?
libertarian.
Okay,
Nice.
Yep.
and
Good answer.
and you've come up with that yourself.
Oh, of course.
Okay, and where'd you go to school?
Pleasure.
I went to Norwich Tech.
Norwich Tech. Okay, graduated.
Yeah.
I saw
Okay,
your tattoo on
what are we doing for work these days, young man?
I'm a painter and a carpenter.
Painter and a carpenter.
tattoo.
Connecticut's finest.
Oh yeah.
Sir, may I get a shot of your forearm, please? Thank you.
Nice. Me too.
There you go, Connecticut. Back to our man. So, young man, 25 years old, sees what we're doing. He and I kind of run into each other earlier.
Yeah, we did.
And he's like, hey, wait a minute. What's that funny looking dude with the ears doing with the gimbal and the camera and that weird looking guy in the pink shirt? Like, let me find out what the fuck these guys are about. Yeah, all right.
Well, nobody should be blocked from the ballot. That's
You're the first person to approach. Like, we didn't have to approach you.
no.
And I find that kind of newsworthy unto itself because more and more there's this growing gap between the American people. No one's talking to each other anymore. Everybody goes to Facebook for their opinions or TikTok for their information or what have you. This is where it's at, man.
Meet the candidate in person. Find out if you really like him.
That's it. And this guy is the candidate.
He's good.
And if you want to know if you should be voting for him, you would want to talk to him. And that's exactly what this young man is doing. This is America. That's what we need more. We need a million more like this guy. You were probably the most underpaid, unsung carpenter in the state of Connecticut.
Yeah, man.
Hey, do you got a plug for? Are you running your own show?
Yeah, I'll give you a card.
Perfect. Plug your company, man. Let's get you some work. Hey, this guy is obviously a very sharp young man. He's ready to do the work. He's ready to engage his government, and he wants to be a part of society. So let's give him the time, and let's give him the support. If you're a local,
I'm out of cards.
that's because he hands them out to all of the potential customers he meets throughout the work week every day.
It's nice to meet you guys.
Hey, pleasure to meet you too, sir.
I'm gonna remember the name and vote for it.
Tyrant Slayer Studios. This is Johnny Flynn, and that is Constitution State. You can find
Yeah, we're all on YouTube.
the both of us on YouTube. Yeah,
I think I've seen you.
Him too. He's all
yeah. We're all about drumming up government accountability, transparency, and liability on behalf of. I don't know if you have any kids, but your potential children and my 5
You
children.
have any issues with local
Liability.
Record it. Record everything.
Luckily, they're pretty good around here.
Are they? You don't have problems out here?
I haven't
Be
yet.
wary of the state police. Yeah, be wary, man. You know, especially at the end of the month when the state's trying to meet its quota and drum up that
Show
equity.
up, do it, tell them to check out the ballot.
Yeah, for sure. I've got my girlfriend coming later. I'll bring her by.
Try and get what we can for them.
And he has the Connecticut data on there.
Maybe my brother's show.
Yeah, anyone.
Folks, if you're wondering why we are vertical right now, it's because YouTube is trying to turn itself into TikTok. I'm not sure what the hell's going on.
No, they changed it. Now you can only do that. Yeah.
Freedom for everyone except tyrants. Hey, what's up, buddy? John Denicola. Always a pleasure to see you, sir. Don't hurt anybody with that wrench.
What up, John? buddy?
Constitution State in the house here at the Lebanon Fair. What would you say is your primary goal here today?
Get Johnny as many signatures as we can
And why are we doing that?
because he's not being treated equal, fair, like any other political person trying to get on the ballot.
That's right. And they need someone to advocate, sound off. I mean, this is
They're treating him like they treat us.
worth our time because
Yeah.
someone
No one
is
else
being
gonna do it.
violated.
Yeah, and nobody else is going to come do it for him.
That's right. That's right. Very well said. Well, I'd like to stay live longer. I will perhaps go live again later. I'm going to have to try to figure out this whole vertical screen
They used to
issue.
let you change it. Beforehand, they would let you put it in and you could change it. They took that option away. Now you can only do vertical.
Yeah, let's sound off on YouTube while we have everyone here. Like, WTF YouTube, Tyrant Slayer Studios, Constitution State in the house, stuck in a vertical frame.
Yeah, what is this?
Yeah, YouTube, what are you doing, man? Are your engineers coming out of like that communist university out there in California, UC Berkeley?
They got it.
Are the Bolsheviks running YouTube right now? Well,
And then everybody in the comments is like, oh, why are you doing it that way? Bleh. It's the only way you can do it.
yeah, I guess YouTube wants to try to take the dwindling market of Twitter and bring it to the platform of YouTube, and I guess they think everyone wants a vertical screen in doing that. Johnny, in closing, anything real fast, quick for the viewers. Hold on, let me get the frame on you. Quick for the viewers. You're going to be here at Lebanon Fair tomorrow.
Please follow us on Twitter. It's vitally important. At Flynn 2022. Why?
Flynn is running again. Yes,
We
that
keep
is correct,
getting
John.
kicked off Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all these things. Why? Because Chris Murphy is A,
Criminal.
GEC Director of Censorship, A, right? B, Department of Homeland Security Senate Subcommittee Chair of Fentanyl, Gangs, Open Border.
Criminal who violated the Logan Act. C.
And then, on top of all that lovely stuff, he is Senate Foreign Relations for Iran.
Hold on, wait a minute. There might be a
Israel.
cowboy who can throw a pickle in the sky and shoot it before it hits the ground. Oh, you missed the introduction. Let's try that again. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. There may be a cowboy here who can throw a pickle into the sky and shoot it before it hits the ground.
I'd rather eat it.
He's going to eat the pickle. You know, a waste of food, a terrible waste of food and human resources.
Sorry.
And with that, back to John J. Flynn. Thank you, sir.
Okay, keeping it real, keeping it real.
Give him some comic relief.
He didn't think it was funny.
No, not at all.
He didn't know what
So
to
anyway,
think of it. He
Chris
tried to
Murphy
ignore it the first time.
is in charge
He doesn't realize who I
of the
am.
U.S. Senate Foreign Relations for Ukraine. Chris Murphy is in charge of the
Look at Sharp,
Foreign
nice hat.
Relation for Iran.
But wait, stop. You're going to confuse people. Why are they coming to the Lebanon Fair tomorrow?
Because they want to talk to the candidates that are censored by the cursed media.
Right. Find
in
out
the
what's
state of
going on in Connecticut and talk to
by
John
the
Flynn
way,
at the Lebanon Fair.
Every time I go to court, I meet guys like this who are constitutionalists, knowing the law,
And still
running
get
into
violated.
a judge and a DA
Who's not following
who's
the law.
woke and doesn't want to follow the law.
All right. We have social clubs as courthouses now. And if you don't meet the standard of the social club,
Look at
you
that
are
hat.
persecuted,
Get a
not
picture of
prosecuted.
that hat.
American Man, nice hat. Would you like to share your synopsis on the current, we'll say, turbulent economic and social fabrics of America today?
It's a tough one. That is a tough
Where are
question.
you at and why? Like, where are you at?
I would say that everything's like, it's almost like a reality show, or like a fake reality show.
Shark Week.
It's hard to
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah. Pretty crazy. Doesn't seem real. But
So where does that leave you at the end of the day? How do you engage, if you engage, with our system of governance to kind of make your mark in what we're doing in the world or what we're doing locally and why?
I would say, I mean, I vote. I wouldn't say I'm like super active politically, but I think the best thing you could do is not watch the news probably and
Good advice.
make your own opinions.
There it is. All right. Hey, can we have your name?
Hunter,
Tim Riley.
Nice to meet
Wonderful name. My nephew's name. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for giving us a moment of your time.
thank you.
All right.
In the courtroom? Okay,
Yeah.
that'd be good.
Yeah.
Because you know what? We don't share this shit.
All right. Tyrant Slayer Studios signing off. Constitution State in closing. Johnny Flynn.
Hey, listen. Make a small donation on WinRed so I can prosecute the 5G case and save your kids from autism.
We got John Denicola in chat wondering what's going on with the FOIA request on court orders. John, what case are you talking about, sir, real quick?
I have
Probably
21
mine.
Oh, yours?
Is
Probably
this
mine. Because we had been talking about. They still won't give it to us because there's a judge's order that prevents me from bringing my phone into court. But they can't show us the order. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, I know. I proved that in my case. That's how I got my criminal case
It's legal to bring
dismissed.
a phone in a courtroom, but it can't be on.
Correct.
What happens
But what
is
they do
stole
is
9 phones from me.
the courthouses in Connecticut are blanketing the entire courthouse as if it's a courtroom. And in doing that, they're applying specific rules for 3 specific sets of people. There's the litigant, there's the press, and then there's regular members of the public. So
You're allowed to film. in
they
the clerk's
blanket
office.
the entire courthouse with press rules and try to get you to surrender your 4th Amendment right to privacy. And they want your ID, they want your name, they want to know who you are. They want to throw you into the NIS system and then, put a little target on your back.
Let me talk to this Trump supporter.
All right, we're out of here. Tyrant Slayer Studios. Thanks for joining us. We will be around. As always. Yeah, how do I end this still?
2 hours almost. Oh, yeah?
X, there you go.